old established rule, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, see Cassius Clay and Mrs. Wallace dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. Oh, the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans 'cause it's very chic. Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand. You can tolerate him if you try. Oh, the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, it's national everyone smile at one another hood week. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year.
This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket.
Like blowing yourself up and going to paradise.
If this wasn't enough to win you over, check out their 40,000 5-star reviews. For video, I'm gonna fly some planes.
architecture and
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and the stream. My name is Catmonic, and once again, Yugioh Duel Masochist Challenge. Our current task is to, well, climb the ladder as much as possible. We've got a significant amount of the month left, but we're trying it with Redo a Turbo this time. And the reason we're trying it with Redo a Turbo is for 5 additional legacy packs. And beyond just doing it for the couple of legacy packs we get this time, the sooner we get to 20, the sooner there are no bonus missions, you know? The sooner it doesn't matter what we actually do when it comes to proficiency, because they haven't actually expanded it past 20 at this point. So, the sooner we clear the side missions, the sooner we don't have to hamper ourselves in any way. We can just kind of play whatever is the best thing we have access to. I'm going to try and remember to start doing the what's it, the replay watches day in, day out. Because I did the one for today, as well as the login, and that has pushed me just over another pack. So if I can actually keep some discipline, and in the downtime maybe just, like, do it every now and then, I reckon that should help out. There wasn't anything to change with this deck last time. I think it's about as good as we can make it for what the current objective is. Which is exile summon another 18 times without surrendering in those duels where we do so. And I think I will just let the duels play out instead of just surrendering. Because I really do just want to be done with the proficiency. Oh, that ain't bad. Yeah, we gotta start with this, right? Because that seems, yeah, they have something for it. Okay. I'm happy I read that correctly. To be fair, I didn't need to waste it like that. I think it was probably better to, what was it? It was probably better to just, like, actually activate Clockwork Knight and just use this effect anyway. I guess the difference is Reader would have got a spell trap negate, whereas now we just have a top deck steal and a monster negate that is special summoned at the current game plan. What can I constantly be doing in this? Oh, right, I was able to make that. Okay. Alright, top deck Reader. What are we stealing? Exactly Imperm. Nice. I think we just leave it. Melodious. Okay. They have a good few ways to get going and keep going. So I'm going to use the first interruption we get. Because if they continue after this, at the very least, Lost Wind should return to the field, right? No, it can do the same turn, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we get it back, but this was negated, which stops an additional search. I think I'm happy with that, actually. Because that was going to get the other pendulum, which would have given them scales as well. This does put it on the field. Oh, I forgot. Okay, right, I clicked the wrong thing. I just talked about actually getting it back to the field. No, they're establishing the lock because it's a fun game style, you know. There's the big one. I'm probably screwed, but we don't know until we know. Right, they actually summoned from the extra deck, so let's get the Lost Wind back. It's not much, but it's something. This requires 2 fairies. This requires 2 Melodious. I think the rest of these don't care about your types. Melodious, yeah. So, Clockwork Knight would have been fine. It would have just stopped this for the moment, given my monsters a stat buff, given theirs a stat drop. As it is, they cannot be destroyed by battle at present. That's the other half of the pendulum scales. Schuberta. How much longer do you think it takes them to actually put lethal on board? Because I gotta say, it's taken some time. Okay, there we go. Ah, you see all fairy monsters. Like, yes, that affects the Melodious, but like the other bits are all fairy monsters. What does that do? Carder effects until the end of the damage step. Yeah, not that that matters, honestly. Once well face up, quick effect. So yeah, I guess they're waiting. I don't really know what for. That's very funny though. Yeah, I know exactly what's in the grave, or what the grave effect is, so... They could stop this, I guess, which is one of their 2 monster effects. I can't target anything because of this one. Targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. Can activate. No, wait. Ah, this one. That's the exact thing that I could do. No, you know, I know I shouldn't be surrendering, because I want to get this thing done, but they just have it, and they're going to take their time to kill me. Right, anyway. So yeah, that intro talk was, I guess, completely useless. Welcome back. We are now properly into it. Hope you've all been doing okay, having a good time and such. I can say that, like, it's been decent. I've enjoyed the time off. Importantly for, like, this break, Dad had a good birthday. Watched some films. He enjoys the fact that he got alcohol present. And other things aside, but, you know. Yeah, sure. We take those. Win is a win is a win. And a whole 30 gems for it. Wow. I'm not going to look at what they were playing. We're just going to get started. And because that's our first win in Platinum. Well, it's a win in Platinum. Not because it's our first win. We get 2 packs. Now the expenditure starts. Which I guess, you know, they have a deal on gems at the moment. I am probably going to take advantage of that later. Simply because this challenge does not fund itself. It's good for water, like, I guess, you know, fish, if we ever get enough for it. But I don't think we currently have enough. XE support, which... That's good. It's not bad. It would help out Reader for survivability. 7th Force. During the battle phase, if a monster is destroyed by battle card effect, target a number monster in your grave. So, yeah, again, very similar to what we already have. But we don't have targets for it. We already established this. That said, I think, you know, 7th Force and Tribal Rivals are decent cards. Like, I could see us playing them. But yeah, what else? So yeah, with Night Rain, we'd finish, like, all the content before, what, I think, the next drop, which is tomorrow, day after? I don't know exactly when. So I decided that in my spare time I would not be running Night Rain, I would be running Dark Souls 3, because I've never actually finished the game. It was just like some drunk souls with friend. I'm skeptical on what I do with this hand. I think I have to, right? You have to start with Chupacabra. There's a 2 in 5 chat. Yeah, I didn't really want to pitch that, but it's kind of funny. So it's just normal summon. Special summon Redoer. We have a steal and a monster negate. That's the idea. Is it the best deck in the room? No. Is Redoer big? Kinda. Decently. And we gotta steal the top card of the deck. Maybe get some information. Maybe. Vanadium. That does not give me the information I want it to. Opponent can... Oh, Scareclaw. Do I need to wait for the normal summon to be committed? I think I do, right? Or at least I need to wait for them to make the Link monster. Yeah, because that's a normal summon. There's Light Heart. And then we just counter-trap this, right? Put this back in grave. Why is it not destroyed? This card, right? Yep, no, okay, that was wasted. Specifically Link monsters. Okay, so I probably should have waited for this guy to come down. You can destroy your own cards. I can't destroy them. That's the difference. It really is Vanadium Scareclaw. Just, this is probably a pile of the lore. Anyway, yeah. So, I started playing Dark Souls 3. I'm not... Excuse the slight tapping on the mic. I'm not particularly far into it, because I am just exploring and kind of doing as do, really. Nothing fantastic. I've just beat... What is the 4th boss? Crystal Sage? What are you doing? We'll tag out. I would rather keep Redoer. Of course they have Ash Blossom. You just be the better gamer. That's all there is to it. I hate that ruling. You can't see into the future, but you kinda can. Ash Blossom is guessing about the future. Floodgates see into the future. Weird Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics, you know? And of course, some of them, like Floodgates being able to see into the future, are probably better for the game, because it means that they have an actual impact. As much as I dislike a lot of the, you know, generic Floodgates. I'm not sure if I'm just dead. But yeah, where I'm at. I decided to do a Pyromancer run, because I like fire sorceries in the games. And I do know there's more than likely going to be an area where they're completely null and void. There has been a fire area in Souls 1, in Souls 2. I don't think I've come across one in Elden Ring for the little bit that I've played. There is a fiery area in Night Rain. in the crater, but it's not like they're completely immune to fire damage, it's just, you know, lessened. So, they didn't attack because why? Like, surely they could have attacked. Yep. They just have a negate. Huh. I mean, I need to hit the 1 and 3, right? Either that or they do this. Damn it. Draw. Can I destroy it by battle? Can I attack this? I'm not overly confident about this. Mainly because they have a pop too. I don't know where it is. That one. Right, we Xyz summon. What do you send? Specifically a Scareclaw in the EMZ. Trivikama. Okay. Well, it's not really what I was worried about. I just want to do this. No, because it's negated and then you can get rid of it. Main 2? Of course, right. When opponent activates a color effect, Scareclaw, they just have it, don't they? Like, they do just have it, because get good, I guess. Did I see them search out the Trivikama? Was I not paying attention? Yeah, they added the Trivikama, so I knew what it was. You know, no. We're not gonna just play it out. I want to jump between losses a lot more quickly than I want these 5 legacy tickets. So let's go again. There is not a way for them to lose that. We have Lost Wind, they can negate the Lost Wind. They already negated the Xyz monster's effects, even if it's only temporary, it's not particularly big, so they can just attack over it. And we're going first when we lost the coin flip. All comforting things. I'm happy about... Oh. We 100% just attempt to punish them, right? Inspector border. Become machines. Set a card. Yeah, I took one attempt to beat the first boss. 3 attempts to beat the second, because the first time it's just new guy, new moveset. Who dis? I think my friend beat him when we ran it the first time. And yeah, 3 tries. I probably should have taken 2, but like 3, that's fine. What's the boss after that? The boss after that is the tree, which also took 3 tries. Simply because on the first one I didn't know he dropped the arena out and changed his moveset. So that happened. And for the last one, the Crystal Sage, that was 3 because I wasn't quite familiar with the fact that it's kind of, a good way of putting it is probably Pinwheel-esque in terms of its design. At least in terms of, if you're looking at the Souls series for comparisons, you're looking at Pinwheel as kind of like the next thing, right? Cool. Anyway. And so yeah, the first try I just didn't rush him enough. Second try I rushed him and kind of like got the strategy down, but kind of like I didn't allocate my Estus properly. I didn't really need any of my Estus allocated to the FP restoration. And so I fixed that for the next go around. You won't control any worms. I don't know if you need... I think you need worms for the various Sword Soul things. You can't use their effects anyway. So, they're not dead on board, but they're close to it. Beat that one. Beat this one. Beat this one. Could make an Xyz monster, but that gives them one effect, you know? Can't be doing that. One monster effect is the end of the game. And they lose, yeah. They're just surrendering. I know they can actually make a Link 1 off of this, but, like, what are you going to do with a Link 1? You get one monster effect. I get one monster effect. Yeah, I think they're just calling it. So yeah, I reallocated my flasks for the third fight, and then kind of just cleared it. I'd learned in the second one that you kind of want to rush the clone, well, want to rush the clones to take them out so they're not firing at you while the main boss still exists. But I learned on the third attempt that if you just hit the main boss hard enough, the clones disappear. And I don't mean like kill them, I just mean like literally the clones will just disappear if you hit them often enough. Because he then has to teleport, which apparently removes the clones for reasons I do not know. I don't think we're going to be playing any of these cards, but I could be surprised. As of yet. Jerry Beansman is decent. I am not surprised, though. Jerry Beansman is possibly the best card from this pack, honestly. Level 3, normal, 1750, it's a plant. The necklace is an equip card for various shenanigans, but nothing that we have access to. So nothing that's worth worrying about. Ooh, we could get some real shiny cards. Fish. I don't think we have enough for them. Toon Harpy Lady. That is actually a decent toon. That's a good train as well. If you control Toon World special, then if you control another toon, you can destroy a spell trap. Cannot attack the turn summoned, can attack directly. That's not bad. Only to a level 5 or higher fiend or zombie. Attack is declared involving the equipped monster and an opponent's monster. Make that opponent's monster lose attack equal to the equipped monster's attack. Also, you can activate one of these effects. Fusion. A fusion from your extract using monster you control, so it's not just poly, but it kind of is. And then you get special summon doppelganger token. That's another one. What do we have in the way of level 5 or higher fiends and zombies? Another extreme session. I was about to say Royal Warrock. In your hand or grave, Earth Warrior is destroyed by battle. Special this, banish it when it leaves the field. Level 8 Big Bungus, but like we don't have the rest of Warrock. Surprise, surprise. Right, and we get one more pack. Although that contains some neat stuff in it. I don't think we have any rank 10 machines at the moment, so the Derek Rain isn't that useful to us. Oh, but that is useful to us. And we just ignore that. Second White Aura. So, Rivalry Warlords. Each player can only control one. Send all others to the grave. We can just make everything machine with Clockwork Knight, and then this still works. Because they can't attempt to normal summon it unless they're playing a machine deck. Then Tikaboo also keeps them on just the one machine, so I think that's just an include. Lyrilless card, which is nice. Target Vanquish Soul you control. This must have been one of the new ones. Yeah, this is one of the new ones. I haven't seen this one before. Second White Aura, Sylvan. So yeah, Rivalry 100% goes in. Let's do that this second. Right, edit. Do we take anything out for it? I don't think so. I think we just chuck it in as a 46th card. And the thing is, we do just have machines in deck anyway. So, it's pretty good for us as is. In terms of the extra deck, I think it suffers. But, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. Redo a Winder, the Kashtira is all psychics. That's kind of neat. Okay. So, Pendulum Scale. Special Summon. Good job, team. Abyss Actors are apparently too strong. Okay, I'm curious, I'm not gonna lie. FTK. FTK or OTK? During your end phase, each player takes 3,000. 3,000... Are there any ways to burn your opponent in here? The extract filler. What are you trying to get to? Because you can't just cheat this out. And you're not going to turbo this. I'm confused. Oh well, it's cubic, so I guess that's the appropriate reaction, right? Strange entities. Strange entities, which in a way feel a little bit more Lovecraftian than, like, the Tin Dangles in some ways. Form changes are hero support, you know? Gotta get it. Not much of use there. This is probably the most useful, and even then that's a probably. Alright, one more pack. We can get something special from this one. Special stuff from the last one's helped us out just so much, you know. Deus Ex, that's pretty solid. One of the new 6 Sam cards, which makes that ever so slightly better, just still not quite good enough. Not compared to the just fairly consistent stuff we have with just putting our rank 4 on the field, or generators, where it's good stuff or generators. I mean, even Generate has, like, what? 4 copies, 5 copies of the field spell? It's obviously not upon constructed quantities, you definitely want more than that, but it's something. We're also starting off pretty lucky with our coin tosses. I think it's probably just Inspector Border Pass. I don't see any reason to do anything different. Normal. Set. Clockwork. And then if we happen to look into Rivalry, we can, you know, we have another summon. If we look into Tikaboo, then Inspector Border wins. $2,500, no effects, normal summon. The opponent shall respond in due time, with the utmost deliberation. tea set. What do we think? I think they're reading Inspector Border. Okay. You summoned a monster. Huh. Well, we can't win the game. It's literally just not enough attack, but we can do half the life as damage. And we're so close to actually just cleaning it up. In fact, if this turn is as active as their last turn, we do just have lethal. All it requires is that they just set a guy, or don't do anything, you know. Even summoning a guy will be fine. It can't be a bot, can it? It could be. It's standard deck ratios, except for the extra deck, but... No, it has to be a player. They're taking, like, way too long to think about it. What if everyone was double machine? And we normal summoned. And then we made a rank 4 for giggles. Might be throwing, but I gotta increase the count somewhere. And redo is big, big, big. Game. +1. I wonder what the extra deck is for just 8 cards. Unless it's some kind of FTK. No, it's just Insect Pile. Is it a successful Insect Pile? You tell me. Right, and we get another win. We get some more legacy tickets. I mean, some of these do have remarkable cards in them. Like, Blue Eyes is in here, you know? Hope for Escape. That's not bad, but it's just like... What do we need? We need Dynamorphia, or like Paleozoic with rollback, Lab with rollback, like, you know. It's a few specific things, I think. And as for the rest of these, that's a flip. Our original tuna monster, Iron Chain Coil. Now we have 2 of the guy. Maybe we have more than 2 at this point, but I don't know. He served us well in them early days. Boosting his own attack by 300 at a time. Ain't much. But it's honest. Alright, Blackluster Soldier support. That will probably just put it out of contention for anything there. Another Jax. Oh joy. Gains 300 per set spell trap. No. It's just so badly designed. Gains 300 per set spell trap, so your opponent is actually incentivized to not set spell traps on the field, right? And then to further, you know, put this into your opponent's head, you have removal for set spell traps. So they really don't want to set spell traps on the field, they just want to activate them. Well, Mist Our Boy's decent. Shame about the rest of the pack. Don't really know what we're doing with any of these. Mr. Boy is good though. Probably goes in the Pacifist Umi water slop if we ever rebuild it. Which, to be fair, I think we probably will. We do have... I can't remember if we picked up an additional Primite card. SK2. Okay, we lose the coin toss in this impactful fight, and predictably go in second. I will say, having come from like Elden Ring and Night Rain to Souls 3, it's very clear to see where the direction of those games came from. Okay, and I guess we rank up. Good job, team. 100 gems. It's paying back in dividends, I tell you. Look at this winning streak. And it is like a couple goofy cards, but just a meta deck, right? I mean, Baron, Typhon, Access, Apo, SP, IP. Like, the extra deck's pretty much full. You're playing Millennium. You got the Floodgates. You're playing things at the max ratios you can that seem smart. I don't know about the field spell. During your main phase, you can place a monster. Oh yeah, you have things that get to Wedju Temple, don't you? Millennium Monster. That doesn't do it. That adds Wedju Temple, but it's limited. I swear there are other ways to get to Wedju Temple. Or is it just that? It might just be that. Hard draw it, I guess. Yeah. Well, win's a win. Plat 4. Let's go. We start on an even number of gems. This is not quite how I was expecting this to start. I don't know what I was expecting. Krakorn. We love Krakorn. No, I don't think we can really use this. Krakorn's going to be good for the plant deck. I say that like it's a thing. But, you know, the plant deck. The one that's lurking in the collection. Just waiting for me to be bothered. Orcus card. That's a second Time Thief. Huh. And can we do anything with that? Because it kind of requires, like, Winder in the graveyard to get value off of it. But it would require another target in the grave, and we only have, like, Winder, Bezel, and Chrono. And Chrono's not the most value just by itself. So that's interesting. But probably not. Neospatian. I think we can have something we can do with Grand Mole, but I might be wrong. So let's actually just take a quick look at that. Because I feel like there was something like, maybe I could E-Tele using something or other. No. Ain't it. Yep, that's not it. Kind of is. Okay. So, select a monster on the field to activate this. Special summon a Neospatian from your hand to the same side of the field. From your hand? That's awful. Is any of this like an E-Tele? Shuffle a hero or Neospatian if you do special with a different name. That's extra. I don't think there is. Unless we... let's see. Is there anything that's related to, like, fusion deployment? Because I think, fusion... I guess we got a good few things that mention fusion. Right, where are we looking? We've got, like, fusion deployment or fusion conscription or something. least I think we do. There's Verte. I'm pretty sure it was pre-Verte. There's Nearest Fusion. That is... Send one monster. Okay. So I could Foolish Burial it, and that's Fusion Tag. Which is a little bit different to this guy. We got Chain Material. Miracle Fusion. Okay, we got Fusion Conscription, not Fusion Deployment. I think that is accurate. Yeah, looks like it. So we could, like, play Grand Mole and have a searchable Grand Mole, but that's kind of it. And just to double check, I'm not... Yeah. We got a stupid number of these guys. But we have all of one Perpetua, and not many targets for it. Hello, Gaming Addict. Welcome. How you doing? At the moment, we're doing alright. We're in Plat 4, after a pretty lucky streak, I'm going to be completely honest. Why does that... I don't get it. Oh well. Looking at a pretty standard deck as far as I can tell. 42-15, and they are adding X-Riziel. We are out of here. No. We can stay in here for a minute. We can see if they screw up. They won't. How many summons? One summon. So yeah, we toggle on for 5, right? We try and do the Nibiru thing. It is Plat, you genuinely never know. Right, so that's 3. And they are doing all the things. Riziel being Riziel. That's 4. So we toggle now, right? They summon. No, I need a hand trap for it. It doesn't work if you don't have a hand trap. That's so sad. What would I need in this scenario? I'd need, like, a Bestial to bluff it. No, we've gotten pretty lucky with our first few duels. Like, the packs have been okay. Nothing overwhelmingly, a hand trap to stop it. No, but, like, you can, that's just insulting. Reveal Ash Blossom. Sure, bro. No, we don't... It wouldn't have been a hand trap to stop it. It was just a hand trap to bluff Nibiru. I have bluffed Nibiru one time. I think it did help. Like, I think they did end on less things. But the scenario for that was I had a Bestial in hand and I was against, what, Malice? Yeah, and on the 5th summon they had a light, or, well, they had a Dark Monster in the grave and a monster on the field. Excuse me. So yeah, Star's kind of aligning for that kind of a play, but I mean, they've got Ash, they've got 2 back row, and they've just got 3 pops. This is not going to go well. Now I get... Okay, now I get the Bestial. Very important timing. I mean... Once per turn when a monster effect activates, negate that effect. Right. So... we leave this for the moment. We want to see if they Ash the danger, right? Or if they try and use this on the danger. See. Right. Okay, in that case, we do need to do this. And then they can negate this. If they wish to. They're thinking about something else. You see, they are just the better gamer. I don't know what else to tell you. They just do it better. And now they get the summon thing, if this card is normal or special summoned. So yeah, that does not work. You learned something the other day? What did you learn? Miscus. That's rough. Right, so I can normal summon. And I can special summon one more time. Screw you, I guess. Oh yeah, you just keep the cards. You just have to show that you could discard, I believe is the official ruling for it. Like, you don't just pitch your whole hand to the grave. You just, if you have a Dark in hand, I think the game probably just reveals it for you. You select a card to get banished, it doesn't get banished. Which is the thing, I'm surprised not more people know. I'm gonna be completely honest. Because in what world would they just let you hand loop yourselves for however many, right? 15, 60, okay. Sure, this'll have to do. I know that there are, like, some truly heinous, you know, card interactions and all that, but, like, why does everyone seem to think you would just hand loop yourselves? Okay, so I'm gonna have targets for my Bestial. Okay. This is gonna be tough, though. It is still branded. There's Sarnia. It's still branded. I have all of a Jerusalem. I don't have anything that lets me extend past that. So, there's Cartesia. Rebellion. Which then adds a Bestial. You've got Magnamut. Send a branded spell trap, except Sarana. Send this, which is a target spell trap engrave, add it, yeah. So they can now foolish their Albaz their branded fusion if they want to. Banish Sarana, which I can't do anything against. The only thing I could now do is get rid of their Lebellion, I guess. Or get rid of Albion. I think I'll get rid of Albion. Because I've got Cosmic for the back row. And they do still need to tribute the monster to get the body on board. That's fine. Yeah, send the branded fusion. Can't say I didn't see that coming. They now have branded fusion. See, what is it that they just play 60 cards and open playable? Playing 60 cards inherently carries a brick factor risk simply by you're playing more cards, right? I know you can technically play more starters depending on the deck, but some of the starters only really work with, like, another card specifically. You a tuner? No. And you're both machines. But you have branded fusion, and you have, I don't know, second branded fusion? Are you just grabbing two? What do you get from here? Branded in red? Branded in white? Who's to say? Not me. Any Cashier would have been a really good card. Brand Diffusion, and now we're in problems. What do? Do you shuffle it back from banished? No, you banish the material, so Lebellion shuffles it back. Deck size still matters. If deck size didn't matter, Ryziel would just play 60, you know? Sanctifier. I mean, that doesn't feel right, but I'm sure I'm going to be proven wrong in a second for some reason. I still haven't used the Bestial Rebellion. Okay, you can now hit over it, but it can still use the effect. It's not an on-field effect to send something you control, my friend. So what do you hit me with? That's the only smart move. I guess I can't target it. Oh well, who cares? How much do you want your Lubelli? Oh wait, no, he can't. It needs a dragon, doesn't it? Dark dragon, yeah. I've held this thinking, I'm gonna cut him off from it. No, I've already cut him off from it. So, I don't know. My own Magnamut, top deck of the century. Could happen, you know. What Bestial are you grabbing? You haven't used your copy of Druisworm, so I'd assume it's going to be Druisworm. Nope, Sarana. Do they shuffle that back? Oh, they banished it. Okay. Clockwork Knight, again. Wow, I love my hand. Don't want to face up monster you control. Target an Xyz monster you control. Lower. Still. This is the best I got. Look, all their monsters are lowered by 1,000. That's gonna save me, right? Ignore the fact that they've just added, like, another 15 damage to hand and need all of, like, a normal summon. Oh, wait, they added the cards easier to hand. So yeah, they added another 2k to hand, which means they are pretty close. They're still 900 off. But of course, they can probably just, like, fusion summon to make it. And if I use the Cosmic, I'm putting myself in lethal range, which is fantastic. So, yeah, they just have it, you know? This feels so bad. I know we got very lucky with those wins, but, like, come on. Can we not just get a little bit more lucky? I've been trying to dwell on what I actually like as creative insults as well for a lot of these duels. I think my favourite one is one that I've already said. I wish for them to circumnavigate the Earth by a snail. And I don't really know. I don't think I can top it for some reason. It just doesn't feel like I have anything better. Right? This is the strongest of plays. We normal summon a 21 burb. I don't know what their deck type is, but they have 50 cards. Oh. I mean, yeah, we let that happen. Right, one monster. Whole deck. Clockwork messes up a lot of decks. Speedroid isn't one of them. But Teekaboo messes up Speedroids. Oh, they're on goblins. Which is still fine. They can't play. Because they need to get 2 monsters on the field to Xyz summon. That's imperm. That's a very, very clear imperm. Send it. Discard Jackalope. Special summon to danger. Send it. This is just imperm. Like, there's no way it isn't. And I think I want to keep that in hand for that reason. We will simply just maintain a monster. Alright, you can now summon, like, a guy. There are still some combinations they can't do. You are not Link summoning. Add a Fabled spell trap. Go on. Do tell. Yeah? What's the target? Teekaboo or... Yeah, there we go. I was so ready for that to be, imperm, honestly. Okay. Now what's the last card in your hand, then? Oh, send a Fabled from deck to grave, okay. Sending a Fabled from deck to grave doesn't inherently... Yeah, it's discarded, you know? And those are 2 different levels, but this is a 1-card combo. So they can now do all the Goblin Biker things, which is a problem for us. You don't have to tribute a Goblin, you idiot. You could have tributed this. You should have tributed the... Why didn't you tribute the Fabled? Where's the search for a... Oh, wait, no, they added that. Yeah, okay. Gamonga. Now, add a goblin. And this one's hand. Okay. They haven't used that effect. They haven't used the effect of ya boy, which means they can attach a card on the field to Gamonga. Oh, they can also just do that. Yep. I'm at a disadvantage. A heavy disadvantage. So you add this to hand. Attach one card. Is it the monster or the spell trap? It's the monster. Okay. Which makes sense, actually. Are you gonna then detach the same material? No. You're keeping my monster hostage. I don't know what they think about my deck. But, like... Oh, there it goes? There it goes. You've also now used this. So you're relying on... Okay, you have this. And Gabonga will have a material. And you can do your whole Xyz Armor Torpedo line. Which... Draw one. Didn't they... They pitched an Armored Xyz, but it's not the... Yeah, it's Armored Xyz. It's not the trap. Full Armored Xyz, which is what they're going to get now. If they didn't just draw it. So yeah, they get the trap. Now, they could discard that for something or other, or hold it. That was the wrong move unless you're pitching it, but you could pitch it because you got Lurry Engrave and you can use the field spell. Or you could do that, I guess? I didn't know. I guess that works, yeah, sure. Attach one monster. Well, that is not a monster, so there's that. We take those. $26, $16, $19. We live? We no longer live, right? Fuck's sake. Why did you not game? No, why did you not game me? You had lethal, you twat. There's no attack restrictions on any of this. I mean it, there are no attack restrictions on any of that. They just want to bad match. Well, I'm not going to do anything. Although that is fucking hilarious. Normal 7. I mean, yeah, like, what do you want? They still have lethal, that's the thing. Like, they can just wipe the field with Zeus. It's not even the, like... They could have killed me last turn. Why didn't they do it? Beast Warrior, Fiend, Beast Warrior, Machine, Fiend. Well... I'm gonna activate Overlay Network. I'm gonna hope you don't read it. Fuck you. Yeah, they just, like... Why didn't you just kill me last turn? I didn't even XZ summon in this duel. I just literally didn't. Why did I stay in it? It's not I'm annoyed with Goblin Bikers, but he had lethal. Twat. Again, there goes me defaulting to basic bitch vocabulary. I'm sorry, I need to spice it up some more. What else would I like to see my opponents do that are dueling in an unsportsmanlike manner? I'd say subject people to just like 50 miles of rush hour traffic through a city centre, but some people might be doing that anyway, you know? Some people might be doing something equivalent. Okay, what are you doing for Rota? Is it 6 Sam? Do I have to leave right now? I don't well, no, okay, I don't necessarily have to leave right now. I just really want them to activate a spell. Please activate a spell. Okay, I think this will do it. Because they're going to use this as synchro material, right? These two, surely? That's a synchro summon. That's not a link summon. There's Shien. Oh wait, that's a monster negate. Oh, come on. It's not on field or anything. It's just when your opponent activates a monster effect. I mean, they're not going to let it resolve, right? Surely. That doesn't actually summon anything, does it? No, it does. Okay. Yeah, have a monster negate. One spell or trap activation. You love to see it, right? It's your favourite thing in the world. At least they're not looping me for 5 minutes, you know? Small pleasures. Is it negate? It is negate destroy. So we literally don't even have that for us. What are you thinking about here? That is Nibiru range, I guess, yeah. But you've got Nibiru Insulation, why aren't you continuing? You can do more. I mean, I try and special summon this and they just negate it, right? Like it's, you know, kind of brain off. Yeah, just... Why wouldn't you? It's field to the grave. Of course it's field to the grave. Why would it not be? And now here comes the spell trap negate, bet. Why are you doing that? It already has its own destruction protection. Are you blind? Are you retarded? What are you doing with that, Baron? That's objectively weaker. You should have just made a third synchro. I don't know that they know. Right. I'm going to special summon. I'm a little confused. So 1 in 4. They can negate destroy. But, like, do they feel like it? It's just a danger. They do. They really do. Oh, that's your monster effect. Do I do this now? I think I do this now. This can protect itself once, right? Yeah. Do you wish to Baron negate for some reason? You do. You confuse me. It's not like I have much else here, but like... That's a solemn. No, go on, do it. Okay, fair enough then. And if it was a solemn on summon, that makes it warning or judgment? What's the standby phase? Oh, Baron. And yeah, you just target the face down, right? No, you target the monster. Why did you target the monster? Do you not have any... This is frustrating. As fuck. Tikaboo. Well, both warriors. So... Do I bother? Set. They can't judgment a set. I'm just... They've not gone wombo combo 6 salmon. I'm still mad. I mean, we just use it now. You can't negate it immediately, which means that you'll be forced to, like, send the Baron to the grave. Because there's no way you're, you know, losing the legendary 6 Sam Lord, right? Surely. Effect resolves. Send a monster. No. You chose that. Why'd you choose that? You don't have a normal summon, do you? Are you shame scooping? Is that what's going on? I don't... This is very interesting commentary, I'm very aware, but like... I'm just confused. I don't understand them. They are in a winning position. The Muppet. The absolute buffoon was in a winning position and just conceded. I don't know. They didn't want to attack into a back row. And, like, an unknown monster. Scary. Could have been anything. Could have been a level 4 monster that I wanted to Xyz summon with. Phantom Dragon. So, nope. Nope. Probably not. You... I think we were on this a long time ago now, and unless we get to, like, Paleozoic or Labyrinth? No. Nope. No. Probably not, no. Doesn't really work with Goatee. There's nice Dynamist. Not our first one, though, and probably our 4th or 5th one by then. Because that's kind of how it tends to be. The few cards we do need for the archetype we don't have a single copy of, but the ones that we're kind of like missing, or the ones that we, you know, have a couple copies of anyway, we now get 15. Red arrows, stack, another cubic, Cyberdark card, Vanquish Soul. While you control a Vanquish Soul monster. Negate the activation. If you do, then you conflict. So I just need to control a Vanquish Soul, singular, which isn't that bad. But it's kind of an awful pack, honestly. Like, what do you... Yeah, that's not really going to work for us, honestly. For some reason, I don't think Evil Swarm is the route to meta victory for us. To dominance over the constructed decks dominating the ladder. Telephon is fine, but, you know, it's Telephon for Telephon. We're missing part of that, and I'll leave you to work out which. Atio handed Dark Gen X from deck. It's part of, like, the long-ass combo. We've probably got various bits to the long-ass combo, but it's not enough. And that's new as well. Which, in terms of pen slop, this probably just goes in. It's a 7-scale level 4 monster which can end the battle phase, so... As far as the pendulum scale goes, that's relatively decent. As far as our deck goes, it's not going in. And that kind of sums it up. Which, I haven't really thought about it, but... No, there's no point putting pendulum scales in this deck. We already took them out one time. We were, once upon a time, on the Valmonica pendulum scales. Right, next duel. We will apparently just win, right? We've won a surprising number of duels already this stream. Granted, we've also lost a good number, but who cares? I'm having a good enough time. It is, what, Wednesday evening? We can pick this up again tomorrow after this stream, you know. Well, 60 cards and set 3. We on Paleo? Am I staring down Paleozoic? Could be. Pendulum scale. Skull invitation. So no, that is burn. Got 2 of the cards face down. Bottomless trap hole, which banishes. Take 300. Right, so I need this on the field. Waboku. Well, you take effect damage from your own cards. So... why not? That'll do. I take 300, but I'm okay with that. Then we special summon Reader. And just start stealing the top card of their deck, one card at a time. I don't think we even set the spell traps, honestly. I don't think they're going to play into them. Standby phase. Give me that top deck. Spell card, you shouldn't have. You're one of Monster Reborn. Pray tell, what are you hoping to do? Well, I will burn you for 300 if that's the case then. We can do this all day. We can just keep going. Trap card, True Light. That is a good top deck to steal, and this gives me reason to start setting cards. Banish this card. Target Blue Eyes. Special summon the Blue Eyes from your deck. Yeah, that's fine. Because they can special summon a Blue Eyes from the deck, but I can just literally put it to the top of the deck anyway. So we chain on. We let them do it. Jet Dragon. That's fun, but what if... No. Now you draw it for turn. We know you can't summon it right now. And then we redo it, take the top card. Dragon Shrine. Nice. Now you need to have Blue Eyes in... oh wait, no, they can add, right? Oh no, they need to have a Blue Eyes card engraved to add. So yeah, they've just lost the game here. And this isn't so much as a brick as a poorly constructed deck. Alright, let's take the top card of their deck again. Redo are putting in the work, honestly. Oh, if you insist. We will detach to draw. We will normal summon and Xyz summon again because I need to get this mission through. Anyway. Battle phase. And just go. That is game. Right, so by my count, we have actually Xyz summoned 3 times according to Master Duel today, which puts us at the halfway point of that challenge, which is not so bad. Especially as we're only halfway through this stream, so we might actually be able to squeeze another few in, and I think we can complete this challenge this month. They gotta choose. Oh wait, we won a duel, right? Force of habit, guys. Sorry. We have a 1 in 3 win rate, you know. I'm sure you can't blame me for just immediately going next and forgetting that we have a good game every now and then. And now we're against actual Blue Eyes as punishment for daring to, you know, beat down some poor kid. We do have Fenrir, we do have Druisworm, but, like, I don't think that's going to be enough. Right, so they get the Maiden. They Link Summon for the Link one, which gets them the Field Spell. They activate the Field Spell, that gets them an extra Normal Summon. And then they Normal Summon? I don't know. Did they use their extra Normal Summon right now? But they do get Mausoleum of White. They probably know it's a Bestial from my toggles, which is unfortunate. Right, we're not doing that there. We wait. Oh, right, you just, Oh, you are going to use the additional normal summon. Sure. Send a Blue Eyes. You don't target, do you? No. Special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon or level 1 Light Tuner from the grave. So I could cut them off of a Blue Eyes right here by just banishing it, which I feel is worth it. And we will summon an attack position. Does target to send, but it does send still, which is not destroy, so that helps. Yep, you can place True Light. That's okay. I guess True Light does actually prevent me from targeting Blue Eyes, doesn't it? At least I think that's its wording. Yeah, I can't target specifically Blue Eyes. And this targets a special summoned monster. So I can target other things. We have options. Depending on how good they are. But I didn't really do that good of a disruption. They can still Synchro 9. They can probably get to double Synchro 9. Which is one I'm scared of. And I think they're going to leave this on the field, which is actually going to be a problem for me. But it was either try and mess up their combo a little bit, or just wait and, you know. Do you want Tyrant Burst? Oh no, you're just putting it in the grave. Spirit Dragon. Targeting protection? Banishes from the grave, yeah. Targeting protection. Special summon of Blue Eyes. What can I do? I don't have any links, do I? No. No, no links. So I could tribute summon Fenrir. Set a spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes. Majesty. As is probably just correct. Set 1. This isn't what I expected. I would think you could play around Wanderer, so I'm a lot better than that. Ash the Danger for, like, no reason. Pretty please. No. Oh, they pitch Fenrir. No, that's the exact opposite of what I needed. It's fine. How many Blue Eyes? There's one. Oh, did they get them? Wait. What did they do for the one that's back? Ah, they special summoned it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your call. You can pop 2 cards here. And how many of these are a threat? Got 1 in grave, 1 on field. None in hand. Crackdown. Xyz block. Okay, so we still got Torrential and we still got Lost Wind. Which is not the worst, honestly. You tribute for cost, don't you? Yeah, tributes for cost. This is going to be difficult. By difficult, I mean I'm probably pretty certain we're not doing it. The only thing that could help is if they did True Light early. I guess. Like, you have ways to summon. You can special summon Blue Eyes out from the grave. They're going to set a spell trap. Okay. Thing is, in the scenario it was in, I couldn't have summoned Fenrir. I think it was optimal to attempt to stop the combo rather than wait and try and punish it later. control unlock. They still got 2 normal summons, but I don't think that's important. Bingo Machine Go. Sage. Sage adds a tuner, which... Okay, so they're using their second normal summon now. I mean, do we just fire this here? I think we just fire it here, right? Drill Beam. Sometimes your opponent just wants the game more. Anyway, yeah, we won the duel before this one and I forgot to pick up my packs, so let's go do that. But yeah, I guess that's the difference between a, you know, constructed and pile of cards. How do I guess while I'm here... No, these are only options for... Can I do anything about that? Oh, there is literally... Yeah, okay, there we go. Do that. Fiendish Chain. Hey, that is a card. I believe we have the searcher for that, but I think it only works if you control original RDA, which we definitely will not be doing. Ooh, speaking of Goblin Bikers, this is actually a pretty decent rank 6. Let's see. Target face-up monster your opponent controls up to the number of goblins you control. Not Goblin Bikers, goblins. And not Goblin XEs, goblins. Attach those to this card as material. During your opponent's turn, target monsters up to the number of Goblin XZs. Detach 3 materials from A monsters if you do send those targets to the graveyard. The first effect is what's useful from that, but that is a really good pull, actually. Shame it wasn't a royal. Goblins are really fun. I like them. Right, we get an ultra rare from this one. We get a Ghost Rick, another Naturia Ant Draw, Crystron, Trolls, Dragard. Yeah, that's probably... I mean, it could do it for rank 4s, honestly. It's like Ting Goldfish, just minorly different. We might actually play that. Ooh, that's a fun one, though. Thunderclap Monk. When your opponent activates a monster effect when you control this special summoned monster. And how do I special summon it, pray tell? Necros of Trishula. No. This is the important line, this one here. Because all the Necros... Maybe not all the Necros, a good few of the Necros have a hand trap effect, basically. And some of them might even be worth playing. But Necros of Trishula is not worth playing outside of Necros. Right. So let's actually, yeah, have a look at, like, whether it's worth playing Dragard or not. When normaled... No, oh, sorry, I missed a crucial line of text. Normal monster. So that'd be the Pacifist deck, if anything. What are our 6s? Exactly Wallow. Oh no, sorry, Wallow and Tolme. Tolme is once per turn detached target bounce. Is it card or monster? Monster. But this is a better removal as it attaches it. So I think I would actually make that trade. We'll do that. It's a small edit. And... yeah, then if you controlled a Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro that mentions it, you can set Fiendish Chain. But we do now have Fiendish Chain, I guess, so if we get Red Dragon Archfiend, which would probably be a better synchro for us to play than Borreload, because Borreload requires more setup. Hey, we get to choose. First it is. Pretty please. Right, okay. It's not ideal. Fua. Sure. Okay, I think I have to do it this way round, so we'll do it this way round. Ooh, that sucks. It's fine. Overlay network. Okay. Set, and give them one draw. I know I could have given them none, but I'm fine with giving them one under these conditions. I get a top deck steal, I get a spell trap negate, and then I have torrential set still. Imperm. Perfect top deck steal. You could not ask for better. Right. I think we leave that. We let that go. Lurry. Pitch. Lurry. And probably do that here, actually. Although I did want to detach both, didn't I? Yeah, you know what? Both. Top the deck. We'll just, you know, Torrential will get us there. Hard once on that, but I guess you just want Fiendsmith in the grave, right? Ryziel. Alright, now where do you stop Ryziel? That was their normal summon, right? Surely we just... I could be wrong. Yeah, they had Sword. In your field or grave. I needed to wait, I guess, but like, what was the point in waiting? The point in waiting is then they pop the retrograde, I guess. Okay, so there's Duo. I don't know why they're going into Duo, though. They could have... I guess they've still got the luxury. They can just also make Detonator. We've only got Retro and Overlay Network. They get to non-targeting destroy a card, which means Redoer is just dying immediately. You love to see it, you know. Was it just better to wait for the sword or wait for the Xyz summon? I don't think it was, right? Surely it wasn't. Yeah, you just also got into X'd as well. Which means you can now just Xyz summon, right? Again. Yep. Yeah, Torrential did not really do it. Imagine that. Which means what? It means they make a stupid amount of material on this boy. Yeah, that's 3 pops. Ignoring the fact that they can just negate a monster effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect. 4! not once per chain because it's balanced. Zeus was alright as not once per chain, so obviously this guy should be, right? Right. The perfect top deck. You could not ask for worse. I mean, you just have a negate, you know? I guess they could just negate it now. Is that that's their line of thinking? I mean, Redo wasn't doing anything anyway. At the start of your battle phase, it's a permanent negate. But that's the issue, right? Because they've used this. It's just when. There's no timing on it. So no, it does target, but it doesn't have to do anything with the specific, like, yeah. Like, okay, great. They have 500 less attack. They can just Zeus me, you know? At the start of the battle phase. So, like, yeah, I can do it, but I'm still just dead on board. I'm just not gonna bother. They're gonna take too long doing it. I don't know, there are two extremes. There's just me kind of feeling like okay about opponents and what have you. I guess that, okay, there is a middle ground. There's me being a little bit frustrated, just like, well, you know, what else are you gonna do? You know, it's just a meta deck. How are we doing anything? Or just, you know, how are we doing anything because you draw hands like this? And then the last one is just circumnavigate the earth on a snail. And yeah, we fire Clockwork as well. That's an important part of this combo. If you want to activate something like Maxi, you are welcome to. Okay. All I need to do is open most monsters in the deck. There are a couple that don't. Like in this specific scenario, I believe the Bestials don't. Sure. So we let that happen. And we do this now. I think, yep, okay, there we go. They just don't want to play. We take those. Always. Playing the top tier meta deck, and I do not have the sympathy for you because it's actually worse to go against here than it is in the TCG. At least in the TCG, it came out like staggered in which waves it got its support. Here it's everything. Everything all at once. Because giggles. Because someone said hee hee, it'd be funny. More Glad Beast, which is anything we need. Sure. It's either destroy all monsters, So, Dark Hole Heavy Storm. But the cost is you have to tribute 2 Steel Storm monsters. You can't tribute a monster that is a double tribute. You have to tribute like 2 monsters. So pedantic. Like, surely a monster that counts as 2 would be just as good, right? Just if this card is tribute summoned by tributing Steel Storm monster brackets S, I guess. And oh, what a pack. Yeah, that does nothing for us, surprise, surprise. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't. We already had all of those cards, and I feel like if we had anything remotely resembling playable with any of them, we would have explored it by now, and we haven't. I will take this moment to just quickly nip to Lulu in that. So, let me mute the things, mute mic, and stick on YouTube for a minute.
I believe if I knew where I was going, I'd lose my way. I believe that the words that I told you are not your grave. I know that we are not the weight of all our memories. I believe in the things that I am afraid to say. Hold on. Hold on. I believe in the lost possibilities you can't see. And I believe that the darkness reminds us where light can be. I know that your heart is still beating, beating, darling. I believe that you fell so you would land next to me. 'Cause I have been where you were before, and I have felt the pain of losing who you are, and I have died so many times, but I am still alive. I believe that tomorrow is stronger than yesterday. And I believe that your head is the only thing in your way. I wish that you could see your scars turn into beauty. I believe that today it's okay to be not okay. Hold on, hold
witnessed the history of a magnificent, melancholy world. We've seen it grow, crumble, and be reborn, rising again from the ashes. This is our story as well, for we met every death with a quiet determination and succeeded against the odds. Everyone here knows why this game is special. We all had different experiences, and yet we all shared the same journey. You, me, we are the souls.
This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is not the end of me. This is the beginning.
And we're back. And there is no response from the game, so alright, just quickly fix that. Right, and let's put the in-game music back on. Now, I've been kind of like wanting to re-listen to that one for a while. As huge Souls fan, it's just like, it's a really good bit of music. Also just like, in general, not specifically because Souls, but it's like, it's enjoyable, in a like weird way, melancholy, uplifting to listen to. I don't know. Love listening to it. Been too long. If you're unfamiliar with whose channel that is the Prulled. But I imagine most people who are familiar with Dark Souls 1 are familiar with the Prulled by now. Alright, you love to see hands like this, don't you? You just love to. Right. Clockwork Knight. Fugalos. Right. Two options. We draw, or we sneak peek at their hand. I want to draw. I think Rivalry is pretty good, based on the fact that, you know, it's just Rivalry, right? But that is a little better. Yeah. And we can set the Rivalry as well. No, we leave it. I'm okay with this. 49 card deck, 15 extra. Which is a little weird. But we have seen weirder. Bell. All that is perfect. There just isn't better. Gruesome Graveswimmer, alright. Don't know if you know this about Fiendsmith. It requires Fiend cards. Your boy there is a machine. Right. So, yeah, it leaves the field specifically. So we do this now. Target this. And then we do this. And we just win the game. That is the end of it. Even if it tributes for cost, you cannot attempt to, because you only control machines at this point, so Oh, and they can't even get that on the field. That is hilarious. You're not really sure how this works, are you? And there we go, we beat Yugioh. It's that simple. Open Floodgate, Pseudo Floodgate, and a Bestial. I've done it again. I've just gone next again. For no reason. To be fair, Rivalry of Warlords also... no, it wouldn't. Because we were turning everything to machine. Well, we got Phantasme against... what is... Millennium? You added Unk, so you're not going to pay the life. Which means you're actually, you know, running the fusion. It looks to be standard, apart from the 13 extra. But I don't think that's an issue, really. I think we're fine with that. Did I mute this? I did. Alright, let's just... Dim Fizz, okay. Fusion Summon, you get 1 spell or trap negate. And you get to set an Exod card. All cards, you say? I mean, I think that's going to actually do it, honestly. Well, set 1, set 2, pass turn, lose the duel. They just, you know, demolish the field. You're not going to demolish the field. Yeah, there you go. They don't need to pay life points to do it either, so they do just kind of win. Well. You know, maybe it's punishment for the fact I didn't immediately go to the shop. Do not pass go. Spend your 200 gems. Is that a crosshair? That is a crosshair. I don't know why. I always thought it was like a grate or something like that. A window. But it being a crosshair makes sense. Link party, sure. Discord. Bouncer guard. What does that actually do? Can it be targeted or destroyed by battle? Mimic. But I need to control a level 3 and my opponent needs to control a monster. Candle of Fate, Call the Earthbound, Bone Temple. I think this is ironically going to be the best card in this set. Like, just this one. And we ain't playing that. It's going to be a very long time before we're playing something like Call the Earthbound. Unless we, for some reason, just open up every Earthbound card right this second. Nine-Tailed Fox. Synchro Zone, that's another pseudo floodgate. No, it is just a floodgate. We would need to synchro summon first, but, like, it's not the worst. Gadget Gamer. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing the above cards. Yeah, we're not putting 3 link monsters on the field. You're not really happening. You're probably not happening, and that's... It is to do with Morphtronic. It is to do with kickstarting Telephone for Telephone for Telephone for Telephone. No. I don't think we really have a good way to get into it, because it needs to be normal summoned. So we would need something like that is just Rota for it. And it's a level 3, 300, 300. I guess Clockwork Knight does Rota for it, but we gotta get Clockwork Knight in the grave. Okay, that's a mutant spell trap, not a monster. And besides, it does actually handle that. Okay. Banish 1 card from your hand or face-up field. So, Mist is what we'd be looking for, I guess, right? In theory. Oh. Sneaky super rare. Proxy Horse for Cyburst, which is good for Cyburst support. This is... I mean, that kind of works with what we have, but it's better for Lurelus, because you can just actually use it as material. Sure, cards. If this card would be used as the material for a Cyburst, you can also use a Cyburst in hand. Okay, this needs to be on the field first. But the mutant is neat, actually. So let's have a quick look. I'm not saying it's something we should immediately play, but I want to look at it. I think mutant probably fall into the same category of, well, probably better than Mephisto. Add a mutant spell trap. And it's spell for Mist, trap for Arsenal. We have Mist. We have spells. But we have more Mist than we do ST46. And it is not something I think we can search. Level 3 Psychic. Water. And we don't have Arsenal or Beast. So it'd be playing a 1 to 1 to 1 brick ratio. 3 to 1 to 1 is manageable. 1 to 1 to 1 is awful. Like, we can draw this and the, like, mutant whatever we play. I don't know what we would, because we're banishing it. Yeah, it's not even that good. You can tribute this card, then banish 1 card from your hand or face up. So yeah, we have a recovery play as well, but like, oops. What was that? You. Yeah, we have a recovery play for it, but it's still not great. Right, keep it going. Just keep it running. Redo a Turbo is going to Xyz summon. It will win us more games. And I swear those two will be linked. Redo has put in work before, he shall continue to do so. If I can draw a hand that makes a rank 4, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna set 3 and hope they get scared. We got exactly MST. They're on a standard deck. Could just be Exodia and we're dead, you know. Branded. Branded. I mean, I think I just have to, right? I know they're going to use, like, branded fusion, so let's just get rid of this. The only difference is I think we're just dead. Yep, that is 4C3 into 25 into 3k and then tribute the 25, right? Yeah, because you can special summon this and attack, but the other one cannot, yeah, there you go. No, they just have it. We will save them the agony of having to play out a few, like, what, 2-3 actions? So yeah, as I said, if we can actually make Redoer, he will be an insane asset. And I know our hand is, or our deck is, close to 50-50 on whether we can or cannot make an Xyz monster, but we should at least draw a monster card. The deck is majority monsters, you know? Ooh. We have to do this? No, I could normal summon this. Normal summon. Maxi. Let's not hand fix for them. Let's just change everything to machine and set ourselves an imperm. I can normal summon next turn. I can possibly Bestial on your turn. We will see. Pterodop. I mean, if it's goblins again. Like, it's a special summon, it's not the normal summon. But on the other hand, it's not a goblin. So... yeah, I don't really know. Oh, it's Salman, great. Okay, sure. They need, archetype name, right? Not Cyburst. Cyburst, 1000, fire, 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 fire. So they need Cyburst for Balinks, which they're not gonna get. But they do just get lethal for, like, everything else, right? Yeah, through everything else, I think they just have lethal. They have to find an alternate way to the field spell, which, they could just draw it. Or they can just get rid of Clockwork Knight, you know. Yep. I'm not sure that they're going to put Dark Monsters in the grave. To be completely honest, if they're putting a Dark Monster in the grave, it's probably this. I'm not going to sit... well, it's, like, on the one hand, it's only Salad. On the other hand, like, every deck, when you don't do anything, can just kill you in half. And we are not doing anything from this point. We've used our interaction. They pretty easily have a Link 4. Which... just adds a Salad. I think just Regeki, right? Yeah. You know, I don't need to watch them combo off. We can just go next. It's a lot easier. Particularly because we know we're going to lose when they get to that point. That's the thing. Like, they might mess up the combo, but I don't think so. And our Bestial doesn't hit them for anything. We didn't make the rank 4 going first because of Max C. Apologies. Well, that's 44. And we have... that's a normal summon, yeah. So we have Redo a Pass in theory. practice, we do not. This is not a difficult choice. But they're doing it anyway. You know, if it's the bot, you just do it there. No, you're playing Viking. You just start playing the game. Why do you just get to start playing the game on my first turn? Why do you have turn 0 interactions? Do you read the first 2 words of the objective and not the rest of the thing and just, like, miss it? Not important anyway? Screw you. What can I say for someone who's just too impatient? Circumnavigate the Earth by snail. No, I need more than that. What can I say to someone who is impatient? I don't know, they're the type of person to buy like 15 kind of greetings cards because they, you know, read the first 2 letters of the first word, got one. Read the next 2, decided, oh no, that's in bad taste, got a different one because they got the turn wrong. Then finally made it to the end of the first sentence, realised the first one was right, tried to return the first one. I don't know. That feels overly convoluted. Right. Swear. That was not very confident. Right. Swear that I will try and balance the food and drink a little bit better. No thinkers not interacted. So let us see what no thinkers do. See, that could be literally anything. Ancient gear. I think I want that. Specifically for Crackdown to then actually be able to do something. Heavy Storm. That's really unfortunate actually, isn't it? You know what? Yeah, we'll do this now. And we'll chain reader. They could have Ash Blossom. But they do not have Ash Blossom. Blow that up. It was normal summon, so they can add an Ancient Gear card. They can add an Ancient Gear spell trap. Yeah, sure, shuffle one of these back. I do not care which. Oh no, Danger Nessie added danger from decked hand. Whatever will I do? They can still I think they can still just lethal, right? They're just not using Heavy Storm. Ancient Gear Fusion. Fortress. What's the discard? Wyvern. So I guess they're ready for the Heavy Storm then. Like, they're going to use it, but they were always going to use it. They're not using it. They might use it. Yeah, there you go. Oop. Is that just death? I think that is just death for us. Handle field. You can also use monsters from your deck. But I think they just use from deck and they have, like, well enough for lethal. Right. Yeah, that's... No, that's not enough attacks. That's 3,000. I have 500 left. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not sure that does it, but I do have 500 left. And you can't special summon anything except Ancient Gears, so you can't Cowboy for game. You can't Fusion Summon again? No. So you can't Howitzer. There's Ballista, though. Which gets you... Gear Town, I guess? No, it gets you Wyvern. You got Starter for next turn, I guess. Okay. I need Reader to rip one of your few trap cards. You possibly play Imperm. You definitely play the Ancient Gear Trap. I've got 2 attempts. That's the first one. So, what do I do with this? Nessie, pitch, Nessie, add. Nessie, add Mothman? During the battle phase, it's unaffected by monsters, right? No, your opponent cannot activate monster effects during the battle phase, that's it. Okay, right. Okay, so Mothman gets to summon, draw 1 card, level 4. No. Excuse me. Alright, I guess it's this. I'm pretty sure they're not going to overcomplicate it. I think they just run in, right? Main 2. Right. Yeah. In theory, they genuinely don't overcomplicate it. Because if they summon from the extra deck at all, I just banish this. Tactics. Well, why not? Bye-bye. Lost Wind. Yeah, they're just gonna go battle phase. Surely. I mean, I've got nothing. They could fusion summon again if they want to. What are you gonna do? Okay. That's destroyed, so you get special summon ancient gear from your hand or grave. You can special summon back the Dark Golem. I don't get it. Are you not gonna fusion summon again? Like, it looks like they're gearing up to fusion summon again. Pun intended. No, they're just, like, giggles. You literally didn't need to do any of that. You could have just swung in for game. It's just towers. No think. Thinking even less than no think. No, actually his problem is he's thinking too much for no think. He picked Unga Bunga deck and did not Unga Bunga hard enough. He could have ended it sooner. He could have done less things. What are these sleeves? I don't know why it's 12 extra, but it's still annoying. I don't think I summoned this. That's the annoying bit. Because I want to be able to get Fenrir online. Fenrir gets a face down banish. Haggard. Excuse you, what? Haggard to banish Dormouse. Okay. You see some new things from time to time. Thing is, yeah, what can I do? Except link monsters. Okay, yeah, sure. There's a link 3 for the first time. Q, Red Ransom. Like, I want to put Fenrir on board, so I don't want a Druisworm. But if I don't Druisworm, I'm probably not doing anything, like, at all impactful, right? Because then I'm having to Druisworm on my turn when their effects are fresh again. Okay, so you just banish... No, you're banishing the trap card, because reasons. Seems like a very fun matchup. What, playing against Malice in general? No. I guess speaking of Drowning Abyss, I did pull a Drowning Mirror Force this stream. I haven't put it in the deck because it's oddly specific. You mean you switched to TCG? You found a locals? Congrats! Finding locals is not necessarily the easiest thing for a whole bunch of people. I don't see much point in banishing it. It's done its effect. Hour drive every Friday. I mean, there's worse. There's definitely better, yeah, but there is worse. How is it? Is it a fun time? nice enough people, good atmosphere. You're banishing 3. I mean, yeah, you're gonna banish those anyway. Maybe I should have used Druid Swarm. I don't know. It's a tough to figure. How much do I value Fenrir versus Druid Swarm actually not providing them any value? Also, I am minorly surprised that they haven't put like another Light Dart monster in the graveyard at all. So hand traps feel awful because you don't have exactly 4. I mean, Megatins in theory bring down the price further, right? I think it got reprinted, so that's kind of neat. But no, I feel you. Although I just hate they're still 17. Okay, to be fair, like, yeah, it's affordable, but it's not, you know, it's not cheap anymore. Or it's not cheap, it's affordable. Put it that way. It's the sort of thing, I'm probably not going to buy a set because I, like, hate that. Well, how many cards do they have now? Jesus. You see, I think Spellcard Monster Reborn is a bit underrated, honestly. It's like... excuse me. It's a different kind of Snatch Steal, or not different... Yeah, a different kind of Snatch Steal, a different kind of Called by the Grave. That's... Oh, you link those all the way for Crypto? The thing is, Crypto will just... Yeah, I can't really do that. I like Spellcard Monster Reborn. It is funny. I'll say, I think, like... I hate hand traps anyway, so I do like finding these, other funny cards. Assorted. Did they just realize they didn't have anything they wanted to banish? I think they may have just realized they didn't have anything they wanted to banish. I've got back into TCG a little bit. I've gone down like 2 Sundays now. The one just gone. Yeah, the one just gone, and the one... Not the week before, but the week before that. Switching off K9 Crystron. Alright. No, I'm not going to do anything there. And this is where you've been, that one. I guess the extra deck was full enough. And you've still got 6 cards in hand, my god. All hand traps, right? Surely. So, we special summon. Let's play Draco Tail, Dragon Maid, and this Friday I'm picking up as many cards you want to test. Okay. Right. Yeah, I guess that's it. So let's just build onto this chain. And let's get rid of this guy. I want my spell traps to resolve. Okay. I can still Snatch Steal a guy. How many different attributes do you have? No. Fuas, I definitely want to try that spell card once reborn. I feel it can be used to mess with certain boards. I think you're right as well, because, like, it shouldn't be understated how important the graveyard is to just a whole lot of decks. It's basically, you know, another version of Call by the Grave, with slight tweaks to it. Okay. So in theory, they're going to banish this, right? Because the Fenrir has its effects negated. Are you going to... No, they really aren't. They're just doing chain links for days. Could you... Okay, they are firing it now. Nice. Because currently I have the ability to make a rank 4. How many different attributes do you have? Just the one, right? It's just dark. I have a Cyburst monster. Right, so I'm going to... Yeah. Yeah, normal summon. Okay. You can banish one card on the field, go for it. Okay. What can I do with this? Nothing, right? Right, okay. Snatch Steal. Take control of one monster. We're taking this boy. We're activating the effect. Ash Blossom. Excuse you, you dickhead. What do you mean you're gonna negate your own card effect? I don't even have a link monster of my own. It's also good to pick up while the Starlight's cheap. Oh, did it get a Starlight? Wait, what? You can only use this effect once per turn, so the control reverts back and they get to fucking do it. Man, fuck you. Absolute fucking asshole. Just draw everything. Have everything. No, I think I'm like I don't want to pick up Fuwalos and what is it? Perulia. I don't want to. If I get them, I'll probably keep them. But I'm not gunning for them. I'm keeping the Dominus cards. Yeah, we gotta start it like this because otherwise we don't have a rank 4. Again, 12 cards. What is with these 12 card extras? Summon, special, reader in defense position. And this maintains possibly a rank 6 for next turn. We've got Crackdown, we've got Reader. Yeah, that's just... I don't know. I'm sorry, bro. That is a hell of a time. Eldritch. 60 cards, so it's just zombies, right? How do I deal with zombies? Reader was kind of stuck on board. Okay, so he's opened part of the Eldritch stuff. Card destruction. Fuck you. But you're also playing the bad stuff. You're also playing the bad stuff. And there's Zombie World. That's the thing you don't want to see. Yeah, this isn't brilliantly constructed, but I do hate it. Mothman. Alright, steal the top card. Another monster. Right. Normal. Normal, we're not going to play around it in terms of trying to... Did I just take 2 lots for that? Right, I'm locked into darks. What do you got? Pray tell. There is a guy at my locals that I occasionally used to get matched up against, and we would just have, like, I don't know, 30 to 40 minute games routinely. Just fucking... Come on, man. You're playing 60 cards, you're playing the bad stuff from the structures. Could you get some bad draws, please? Turns out K9 Crystron versus Yummy is just a resource grind game. Yeah, from what I've seen of Crystron... Not Crystron. From what I've seen of Yummy, that is true. Another fucking monster. If I could make Zeus, this would be a fat Zeus. There's nothing I can really make with it. Nothing here gains bonuses from having that much Xyz material. The inclusion protecting from battle destruction once per turn does sort of fuck them over. Right, you need a monster effect to activate, yes? What if there was no zombie monster? Gimme. Another retrograde. Right. Another one. Lava Golem. I'm happy I got that out of their deck. No, we're going to do this. To start removing cards. One at a time. battle phase. So it's a little counterintuitive, but I want to deal battle damage with this little guy. Because then he gets to destroy a thing. And so we're going to get rid of Zombie World first. Right, now we have a Spell Trap Negate, and we have Reader constantly stealing cards from the top of your deck. I think I'm okay, maybe. Okay, we're going to steal yet more cards from the top of their deck because it's funny. Oh, I did get a spell card. Let's activate and let's detach the one spell card we have. That is not it. Right, battle phase. I'm not paying any longer. That face down has not done anything, so I think I'm confident in leaving it. Hopefully I can just get, like, a spell or a level 4 monster that specials. That is a 7 monster that specials. Well, that puts Nessie on board, I guess. Alright, that's just it. Let's up those win rates. You couldn't honestly think I was going to let that happen. Unless you have another one. In which case, just, okay, fair enough. And there we go. It takes some time, but we win. Take a long time. The hell was that deck? Oh god. That is somehow worse than I was thinking. Well, win is a win. We are a good few hours into the stream. And by a good few, I mean 2. Nearly 3. Which means we're closing up on time. So, let's open these few. Hope it pulls something interesting. Which doesn't really seem like it. Oh, at least not that one. Magistus. Mech Knight, that's a nice card. I don't know what we have in the way of Mech Knights. That's a... Oh, that's the new Heraldic Beast. And it's generic. Huh. This is a good ninja. We're probably not playing ninjas again soon, but that is a good ninja, actually. Alright, let's run it. Let's see if we can get another duel or two in. Oh. Bless me, I guess. As far as hands go, this is fine, I guess. And its resonators, it is suddenly a lot less fine. Well, I guess I said I'd want to get another duel or two in. This doesn't special summon a guy. Do they have any spell trap that special summons a guy? I don't think they do. No spells. Right, I'm gonna get myself some water, let them combo it out, enjoy the scenery. No problem. And I guess they're close to done comboing, but like, what end goal? I need a monster effect to do fucking anything. And once said monster effect happens, he leaves, which means I can't actually get rid of him because he leaves and returns. What can I do to this man? Absolutely nothing. So, genuinely, I don't know what to do. Normal summon? Damn. It didn't work, guys. Oh. Yeah, that just wasn't gonna happen. Right, okay. We'll go for one more. One more, win or lose, and that'll be the stream. As is so often the case, I have work in the morning. I could probably do with actually just, you know, resting me throat a wee bit. I developed a cough, as you may have figured out, by, I don't know, well, a particularly dry throat. Not the Monday gone, but the one before that. So nearly 2 weeks. Oh. Set pass. Set 3. 4. That could actually be something. But we could also just shake him by special summoning Fenrir in theory. Fiendish Chain, okay. No, that's nothing. Or not nothing, sorry. Right, we do that. They pitch the Bestial. Not ideal. We can live with it. Do I just attack or do I make an Xyz? I think I just attack. It breaks literally whatever the face down is. And we get in for a little bit of chip damage. And then we get 2 C's for Redoer. Put him in the EMZ. And if we steal a trap, we can put the trap back to the top of the deck, turn on Fenrir, I guess. Right. Let's see. Top card of the deck. We get it. It is, in fact, a trap card. Well, that's not going to happen. Right. Ooh, we got a Cosmic. Let's go. Alright, steal the top card. So let's just banish Fiendish Chain. Then we just like do this and oh, it's a normal trap. Detach this. Why can't I target this? It's already face up on the field. Alright, never mind. My mistake. As so many things are my mistake anyway. Yeah, we put the trap back on the top of their deck, so Fenrir returns what, this end phase? Yeah. I guess it was the play, it's just, I don't know, it felt like I misplayed it. I probably should have gone for, like, any of the new sets, really. 60 card can't be the way to go. Not with that resonator that was, like, in there. I don't know which one it is, but it's not one you normally play. Well, anyway, we're lucky that the last one was a win, I guess. Dynamorpheus Shell. Magistus. It's nice. It's the one that's actually like used for kind of extension, I do believe. Maybe I'm misreading it. Add it to your hand. Possibly not, then. Need to look at Magister's skin to work them out. I liked them, but I just haven't touched them in a fair amount of time. Nine Lives Cat, but we don't need more than the one we have. This is good. Okay, it's not that good. It's still not Rota. We're still missing a Rota. And that's actually pretty decent. It's just the monster it summons isn't great. And we don't really have dinos. So I think that's going to have to call it. And yeah, we'll pick it back up. Okay, we'll take a look at the one pack we get and see what we get from it. Where is it? Where is it? Is it... Oh, bonus packs, right. Excuse you, is it this thing that's done? No. Oh, it's the... There we go, special ticket. Alright, special ticket for this one. They're really pushing this Gemini pack. Okay, Wind Witch. Hero, again. Zexal Weapon. Machine Angel. Yep, that about tracks. Although that's pretty good. As Anticipator Signs is definitely the best card from that pack, and probably the one we're most likely to play. But yeah, as I was trying to say, I think that calls it a session for us. Let's just check the stats and update those, I guess, really. 1687625. Which means we've played 25 and 111, right? I think that was it. Which isn't a horrendous win rate. I'm pretty sure you can tell. Right. That's not what I want. I want this. 19. We getting there. We're getting there very slowly, and I'm getting to the end of this stream very quickly. Right. I need to call it a stream. Thank you all very much for watching, joining in, having a good time, hopefully. And I look forward to catching you all tomorrow. I should be fine for it. Just slightly itchy, dry throat. I don't really know how to put it. Well, don't know how else to put it than that. Right. Catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye for now.